This is just extra. But yeah, so it's kind of weird because I've got exactly 30 Kimuras in competition, and I've got exactly 30 of Jones chokes. So it's weird. It's kind of like, 'cause I go back and forth. They complement each other. Because if I get the underhook, Kimura. If I can't get the underhook, they're keeping the elbows tight. Well, all right, fine. I have this. So, but the first thing here is that I have to keep it flat. It's like I got to, if you want to pin someone down, whatever, I got to keep it. If you can rotate, I'm never going to get this. So it's like I can even use the lapel. Go ahead, turn into me. Yeah, turn into me. I'm just keeping you flat here. So what I need to do, first thing, I need to control this triangle. I don't care about this at all. I never ever want to do this. You just buggy chokes, all sorts of stuff. You should never ever put your elbow here unless you know what you're doing. So I got to control this. So number one, this is Rome. This is what I call Rome. This is the inside hip. No matter what, even if I get this submission locked in, but he gets his hands inside, now he can start to escape. I gotta let this go. I gotta start getting this position back. So whenever I start passing side control, again, we go back to the tight and loose thing. So if I'm being tight, I've got, removing space, I'm being tight, I've got pressure, I'm controlling this inside hip. I've got to control this inside hip no matter what. I can control it with this arm here. I can use my knee to control it. I can put my knee here. I'm not going knee on belly, I go knee on hip. Whatever it is, I can use the lapel, but I have to control this inside hip. So like my arm, my knee, the lapel, whatever, I have to control this inside hip no matter what. If I don't control this inside hip, I'm not controlling him. There's no control at all. He's going to escape. If he has control of his hip, he's going to escape if he knows how to escape. So that is the most important thing here. But like if I really was just going to kind of sit, so I can come over here, I can start messing around, I can pull this one out from over here, he's going to start, I can pull this over here, so maybe he'll even grab it with his hands, like, cool, thank you. Now I'll just come back over here. But all I need is just to pull this here. Once I have this here, it creates like this little bib. So I switch my hands, and now this in itself is a bib choke. So, but I grab this here, I make a fist, and I'm not punching. I've seen some people do this. I'm not punching him. The lapel is what's choking him. I push this all across. And what I want to do is I want to take my fist, I'll put my fist to the ground. But this is not enough, because he can still get his head out. Just get your head up. Bam. So that's the problem with the bib choke. So now to get this, this is where I have control. So now I need to control his hips, and now I've got his head. So now I've got really good control, but to finish this, I pin his shoulder. So I cut this angle. So I go from here, 45-degree angle, here, and I don't even want to start choking him, because one of the cool things about the submission, he doesn't really feel in danger if I'm not doing anything. Like here, he's like, oh, that's nothing, that's nothing, that's nothing. Then I come here, now, bam. So I don't want him scared until it's too late. Okay. I put a lot of people to sleep in competition with this, and they'll fall asleep as they're tapping because they waited too long. But yes, but for the submission stuff, that's all I'm doing is I'm here. Now getting this on the outside. This is blocking this side, this is blocking this side, but I have to keep him flat. And this comes to the ground. And there's so many, this is the only time where I look like I'm mad in tournaments. And I get here, this is the one time I use strength. Because once I lock this up, if I get right here, I'm like, now I'll look him right in the eyes like the Undertaker and make him panic. He's gonna attack. That's when I'll be like, that's the one time, like if I ever look mad, that's I'm doing this submission just to finish it. But,
and the key to that at the end really is bringing that knee up to these.
Yeah, I have to keep him flat because how he escapes. Again, if he's going to escape, or if he's going to go to turtle, it's because I haven't pinned his shoulder.
Yeah,
I haven't him flat. So again, the whole process here is keeping him flat. Sometimes we use this cross face. As soon as I move this lapel, I'm immediately putting my knee in the hip. Because if I don't do that, he starts turning into me. I've got to abandon this. I've got to abandon this. And I start walking it back out and start doing something else. There's so many other things I could do with all these other lapels, but this submission is so high percentage. So I really want this one. But I'm here, but as I pass this through here, I've got to control the hip. If I don't control this hip, I just do this right here, he's going to start going to turtle. Now if he goes to turtle, guess what I do? I let go of this, I just put my thumb in. That's it. That's all I do, go to turtle. That's the only thing, man. Yep. We're here.
And that's the trick, you just go to
That's, yeah.
Gotcha.
I got like a submission tonight when I was doing just that. I was going for the Jones choke for like 2 minutes, wouldn't let me with the turtle banner, hard choke.
I like that tradition a lot.
Well, they do it if you want.
Okay. I can be.
So you're,
You switch hands, and then I just create this little bib here. So as you pull it up, make sure you get your knee over my hip. Yeah. Now grab the bib. And then you're just gonna punch your fist all the way to the floor.
keep this planted.
Yeah, just keep it where it is, bam, just punch it to the floor. And now, once you get this grip here too, take this knee and put it over my shoulder. Before you finish,
Oh,
yeah, put this knee on my shoulder. Bam. Yes, now punch it to the floor.
okay.
Yeah.
And if you turn into him, that same left hand,
Yeah.
it would grab the,
Right, so you're here.
Yeah, so go ahead and get your knee in my shoulder. Now now go ahead, when you start, now it's like I can't really get I can start trying to punch this out, but you're already getting the submission, you're punching that to the floor.
Yeah.
Go ahead, punch to the floor. There's no time.
Okay.
I can't do it, I'm just not gonna be able to do it. You've got your knee here, it's over.
Uh-huh.
Like, there's no way out.
So you're saying if you can't get this and switch to this collar right here?
Oh yeah, like say I got this right here, so you just put your thumb in the back of here,
Uh-huh.
then now you're gonna let me rotate. So as I start rotating, you've already got that grip.
right to what we just.
You've already got it. So
Right.
you've already got the,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
It's there.
I love
Yeah,
that.
that's good.
And that is very, very tight.
Okay,
Yeah, you
good.
put someone to sleep with both of those.
Yeah, dude, when I was down there and you were kind of just holding it there, I was like, oh god.
Yeah, that was getting nice.
Yeah, I
That
know. I
was
was
getting
like, am I gonna make it?
Drive that to the floor.
Yeah, so just put your knee on top of his shoulder. Yeah, and now take your fist to the floor.
I am not that flexible.
You don't need any flexibility, just be still.
Here.
And this you make kind of a bib, like you said, right?
Yeah, so right here, so you're kind of got your leg kind of, trying to get your leg straight in this hip for a second. Just relax and try to get your knee, almost trying to get your knee here. Think about your knee here. Yeah. It might be kind of hard, but yeah. There you go. And now you rotate that leg that's here, just put it right here.
This
Right over his shoulder, right over his shoulder.
Mhm.
You just kind of step and try to put the knee here if you're able to. You know, are you already tapping or?
No, I'm just trying to knee right here,
Okay.
right there, in my armpit. You can do it.
There you go. And just fist to the floor.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That would seal the deal right there.
Yeah, and so like, again, if I do this, so a lot of times, again, I do this right here, so it's really hard. I'm already making it hard for him to turn into me because I don't want him to turn into me yet. But as I push this here, this knee's just coming here. So I'm not like this. I know, like, you know, I know our knees are kind of messed up. I want to be kind of here. So now as I come, because I got to get on my toes. So what's this foot right here? This feels, it might feel a little bit unstable, but this is really good balance for me. So as soon as I get this bib, once I get my hand here, now I move my knee here. So if you see where my knee and the hand are, everything's connected here. Where if he starts trying to escape, I don't even have any pressure. Go ahead and escape. I'm not going to put any pressure. Go ahead and escape.
There's no way for me to escape. There's no outlet there.
But it's similar to like this bow and arrow. I mean, kind of like a baseball bat choke. Like sometimes, I don't know if you've seen like a baseball bat choke, we kind of get in here.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit, this would be harder kind of on the knees, but I do this similar motion. If I was doing a baseball bat choke, I'm going to squeeze this all together, and we're just going to slice this through, then we come down and we do all that. So it's a similar motion to a baseball bat choke. I'll just take my knee here and here, and I've got to do that or he will get out. Like if I just do this, and this is all I do, go ahead, get out. Yeah, it's just very hard for me to control that. That's what most people, and that's where people make the mistake. Yeah, I got to keep it flat.
And that really did the trick, man.
There's
You just switch it.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Do it.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Here, I get this originally there. Here, and here, and I want to get this here.
So we're not going to go for the submission until you get that knee in place.
Right. So,
Just think about putting the knee almost towards next to your fist. Just put it right next to your fist. Right next to your fist. Okay, there you go. Now put that fist to the floor and he's going to tap.
That was the time right there.
I noticed you posted out this time.
Yeah,
with your left leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, a
you
lot of
should-
times too, whenever I mean, my other
I
foot's
just
kinda
feel like
here.
when I do that, I'm giving them space to move, but.
But it's
But
what,
when you put the knee on
Yeah.
that shoulder, they don't.
and everything I do, I'm feeling up the gaps. So I'm kind of, it's like we're moving like we're moving like units around. It's like I'm here,
Yeah.
I've got the hip now. So I've got his hip under control, and as soon as I move this here, this replaces where that was.
Yeah.
And so then as soon as I come here, it's, now once I leave the hip connection, I come here, now it's too late. I don't have his hip anymore, but now it's too late. So pretty much,
Time there.
So you used your right knee on his hip to
Yeah.
kind of post.
yeah, and
bring
I'm not
your
going,
foot up.
I never go knee on belly for anything. It's stupid to go knee on belly. I'm either going knee on hip or I'm going knee on sternum. Like, and I won't do it to you because it's mean, but I can go knee on sternum and I just pull this up. That's, yeah. But so I'm either going knee on hip or knee on sternum. I'm never just going knee on belly because
Right.
what's going to happen, knee on belly is actually not a good, he can easily reverse me and do all sorts of ways to reverse me. It's not very stable.
Okay.
This is stable, this is
Yeah.
stable, this right here is not that stable, at least in my experience.
That
makes perfect sense.
Malleable.
And I have like, I have an option for submissions from every single lapel, my own lapels that are like less, like even if like say I don't, maybe I don't have good movement, I'll just take my own lapel. Like I could play around with this right here. Even if I get him and he's like, he's trying to stop this right here, he grabs it, I can put my own lapel over top of this. Now the key to this one is I'm gonna pull him in.
Yeah.
So this is my own lapel. I pull him in to me. Then all I have to do is get this hand in his hip
Right.
and rotate around and get my head on this side. Once I get my head might not make it to this side.
Yeah.
And that's like a ninja roll.
It's like a zip popping as his head went over
Yeah.
that side,
And
man.
once my head gets here, if he for some, he's gonna tap by here, but if he hasn't tapped that time, my head hits the floor, I can kind of flip and he will go to sleep. Dude, it's called a ninja roll.
Will you try that one?
I won't, I'll make
I've
it
taught
loose
this
where.
before, it's so good, and I'll tap or whatever, but
Well, I'm gonna make it very loose so I'm not putting
Please.
sleep. So,
it's so good.
So in real, like normally if I was trying to do this for real, I'd keep this a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
I'd pull this in, I want no space. But I'm gonna let this nice and loose so I don't put him to sleep.
You're my buddy.
So now I got this extra movement as well. So now as I don't even know if I got enough.
If you let it go, that's fine. But
I'm gonna let my hand go. So as I'm here, just pretend I hold on to this the entire time.
Right.
So I'm here, then I just roll over with that there the entire time. With that same grip.
And if you didn't let go of it, it just.
Like, you're going to sleep, for sure.
So you know how I've heard that, I've done this before and I've taught it, but I've learned it. It's called the best friend choke. Like you roll over and then reach back around.
Yeah.
You don't even get to that because you just.
You don't need to.
You don't
Like,
really.
like all I have to do is like it's
This is the best.
the
thing.
biggest mistake people make is not pulling you in.
And yeah, leaving a little.
Like I'm
space.
here, like if I already got my hand here even better. I'm just here, I'm rotating. It's like you see if I can windshield lock my legs,
Right.
bam. Then I'm already here. Then I can even now I can be nice. I can loosen this up. Just get my head down here. And even if I don't, even in tournaments, like I rolled with like a 50-year-old. I'm like, man, I didn't want to put him to sleep. So what I did, I'm being nice in tournaments. Like I'm with like a 50-year-old. I don't want to put him to sleep in front of his kids. So I'm like here. So I even let this go. I just get on my toes.
Right.
So if I don't want to roll, because there's sometimes like I don't want to. Even when you compete, you don't need to kill everybody.
Yeah.
But the key is like, I mean, you'd say if this is right or not, you usually wouldn't even have to get to that. When you drop your head, most of the time you
No,
get this.
they're once
It was
once-
so bad when he just dropped his head.
They're going to tap before my head hits the floor. I'm not going to need to roll. I've never like really needed to roll, but there's so many other options. Like there's so much stuff. But that's like the easiest one. Like if you're not flexible, if you got bad knees, that's an easy one. Just grab your own lapel. You don't even have to grab those. You just put your own lapel.
Yeah. Very cool.
That was some good
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah,
man.
thank you, dude.
Woo.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I mean I don't know how much time. Whatever. I mean, if there's anything else, whatever.
Any questions?
No, you walked that through very well.
That's, and I love the sequentialness of that.
Well, like one last thing real fast, like say, I won't like go over every single, I won't, but so like, whenever I first started, like you're not able to get good at all this all at once. You gotta focus kind of on one thing at a time. So when I first started, like the very first one I did, like a lot of people that like can do this weak frame here, they kind of frame on me, so I just started doing this, I just started trapping the arm.
Yeah.
So now we could go to like supers equals different things. So here, I can punch this through, bam. But actually, it's even better, like, a lot of people don't try to pull their arm, they don't like this, they pull their arm out, it's even better, bam. So this is where I go sternum. I wanna be nice, bam, super Ezekiel.
Yes.
We go back here again, I get this trap, you know what else I can do with this arm trapped? I can collect this elbow, because now the biggest problem with the scarf fold is his ability to take my back. How are you gonna take my back? How can you take my back down? If I
He's
go
so
under,
hopeless, trapped like that.
yeah, so if I go under, now we have baseball bat choke.
Chokes, yep.
If I go under also, I can grab this other hand, same thing, sternum. I grab over here for almost like a cross choke, but this in the sternum. So that's what I like as well. I've noticed this was pretty easy. I just go under, and all I have to do is switch my hand here. Then I put my hand anywhere here, it doesn't matter. This is pretty easy. I don't even know what you call that one. I don't even know what you call that one, but.
And that knee in the sternum's horrible.
Yeah, it's like, again, hip or sternum, it's never like just on the belly.
Yeah, a lot of people get out of the on belly. They'll
Yeah.
just like,
That just makes so much sense though.
yeah, because you
For
can use
sure.
your hips to get it off your stomach, I guess.
Yeah, and it's so easy to reverse, like wrestlers are so good at getting out of the fight.
Yeah, that's what they've done. Thank you.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you.
That was great.
Yeah,
That was fantastic. Man, I picked up some nuggets on that.
Mm-hmm.
Some bow and arrow stuff, and I've learned that. I've been doing that for years. I picked up a couple of nuggets I've never thought
Yeah,
about.
back.
But the bow and arrow, that's the most, like, again, like, if I'm in a tournament, someone takes my back, I'm not worried about them doing a strangle. I'm not worried about them trying to choke, I'm worried about bow and arrow. Because I know once they get that grip, and once they get their foot in the hip, it's so hard. Because now I got to untie the hip while they're trying to choke me. I gotta free my hip. I can't just do this while they have control of my hip, because I'm gonna, so I have to then pull their leg while they're trying, I gotta do all this. It's so hard to get out of it. It's so hard to unwind yourself once you're caught into it.
You got me in bow and arrow a bunch.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't feel like I've done it a lot lately. Now it's like
Oh, I don't think you
reinvigorated
have,
this
but
habit
Travis
with some
loves
new
to
things.
go in
But what